Okay, so you're welcome to Academic Corner with Josh. This platform aims to bring more insight, understanding of academians across the world, because most times people read about us as academia, but they never understand who those people are. They never seek to understand them very well. So Academic Corner with Josh aims to provide a platform for readers to understand, to inspire next generation of academians. So you are welcome once again to Academic Corner with Josh. So before us this moment is Mr. Nyamawero Navei. Is accomplished researcher and academia, and also a PhD scholar. So, and his research interest is very diverse, but he's gonna tell us more on that. So you are welcome once again um, this this morning. Okay, please, can you, now we know your name, but you can start from there. Can you tell us about yourself, like your name, your surname, your highest qualification, the faculty you're in, and your institution? Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. My name is Nyamawero Navei. I am a PhD candidate of the School of Creative Arts, Department Center for Research in Culture, Arts, SECA, and the institution is University of Education, Winneba, in Ghana here.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. And I believe being an academia, what can you say that inspired you to pursue a career in academia?
Thank you, Prof, for the question. In terms of inspiration, I will say that it is the intellectual right of my undergraduate lecturers and that of the university culture in itself. I haven't earned admission. That was 2012, thereabout, yes, 2012. And appearing on the university campus, and then the manner in which the lecturers handle that, as the in-depth knowledge they had in the courses, it kind of inspired me. And so, as you say, it is the intellectual rise of my undergraduate lecturers that actually inspired me to want to also be like them.
Okay, that is great. So, do you think this inspiration from your lecturers from undergraduate has shaping your personal life over this number of years in academy, and how?
Yes, yes, yes. Because I think at that time I was curious and I engaged a number of them. It's knowledge banking and time management. That is the secret. And so since then, I have learned that the secret of being an academic is to actually, be knowledgeable. And so knowledge banking. So it means you have to read widely. You have to learn. And so that has actually been my habit since undergraduate. And so it has shaped how I live my life seeking to gain more knowledge in areas regarding my field of study, and then particularly time management. So this has actually shaped my life, and so I think this particular inspiration of knowledge banking and then time management. As of 2017, immediately I left university first degree, I you know ventured into writing a textbook for senior high school level. And so, having learned the trick of knowledge banking and time management, it worked. And I was able to get that done and then obtain a ISBN number for it. And so that has been the trick, and it has helped shaping my life academically. Thank you, Prof.
Okay, thank you so much. You can see that that is great. So you picked a lot from your being an academic, which you have alluded at when it comes to the weight of knowledge and time management and so on and so forth. Which thank you so much. So looking at based on what you your research your academic journey, what are your main research what can you say are your main research interests, and what impact have those of your research interests um have had in the field, in your research field?
Thank you, Prof. My research interests revolve around arts and culture. But I'm into the study of art, so art and culture. So largely my research interest borders around issues relating to culture, creative arts, and so on. So um, as of the time I was at the university for my second degree back in 2018 thereabout, yes. So the interest of knowledge banking and time management and so on, through that, and as a student, that was where I started publishing. In fact, as an MPhil student, I had my first publication when I was an MPhil student. I think two or three or so as of then. And so, in terms of impact, in fact, one of the studies that I did bordered on the university itself, because I did a tracer study. We are talking about impact. I did a tracer study about graduate employability of one of the programs run by the university, and it was a very groundbreaking, elaborated, and it led to a successful outcome. And so within my 4-year research experience, I have published 19 articles, and I mean that has shaped discourse, academic discourse around arts and culture, because these are papers that have been cited contributing to knowledge within the arts and culture, landscape. And so briefly, that is what I can say.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. And then, based on the you talked about you have published not less than 19 reference paper academic publications in different within your research interest. What can you say is your secret that is driving you towards this achieving such number of papers?
Okay, in terms of secret, I would say it's hard work, academic coaching, and then time management. And so these are the three major secrets, that actually led me to where I am today. In terms of hard work, yes, research involves a lot. It involves time and so on. So once I have the passion for it, I've always made the time for it and I've worked towards it. I wish to share that I have a personal timetable for my research activities, daily timetable. Usually this occurs between 10 to 11:30 p.m. every night, unless of course maybe something else happens. So even if I'm traveling, the phone is always there. Where there's network, I still have access to my research works, and then I work. So I think my biggest secret is the fact that I have a timetable, daily timetable, which I honor religiously. So every night when the place is quiet, the family is asleep, and so I work 10 to 11:30, sometimes 12.
Oh, that's
So that
great.
is my secret. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. So commitment and dedication. Which that is quite interesting, and I believe that we definitely inspire a lot of upcoming researchers and academians to look at being committed and dedicated to their craft, which is the academic life. So now, looking at because of your academic life is not your research life is not different from your teaching as teaching like which is part of you being an academia. So what do you find what can you say is the most rewarding thing about your teaching, and how do you engage with your student to make in making your teaching and learning effective?
Well, I have an approach to teaching. I see teaching to be one of a divine relationship, a teacher having a divine relationship with his students. It's why I believe that if I teach my students wrongly, then I have sinned against God.
Okay.
And so this has been the background to which I approach my teaching. And so I usually involve my students in whatever I do. I give them the opportunity. I expose them. I do not hide, my knowledge and talents. So I really share, hoping that there will be a divine relationship with God and with
Okay.
the students being the hope.
Okay. Okay. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I can see you tie your teaching through religious principles, and then also looking at seeing teaching as something that you're called to do. That is great. Okay, so and then being a researcher, being a lecturer, higher education teacher, how do you balance your academic responsibilities with your social life, like your hobbies, life after work? How do you balance that?
Prof, indeed, that is a major challenge. It is a real challenge because I have lost, should I say, most of my childhood friends because of my commitment to research and academic activities. Because I have little time for casual social activities because all the time I'm research minded. It looks like that is my hobby. So that has actually been the issue because uh, through one of my distinguished professors of University of Education, Winneba here, Professor Isel Osenyekwe, I have been coached how to review articles and editorial work.
Mm.
So I do not have time at all. Either I am reviewing articles for journals or as an assistant editorial officer for one of our journals, I am working in that regard, or I'm conducting personal research. In fact, I'm a reviewer for many, many journals. I've reviewed over 100 journal, papers, articles, review for top-notch, publishers, Taylor and Francis, Elsevier, City journals. I mean, and including your own outfit, Joseph. I've reviewed a number of journals, articles for you. I do a lot of them. I do plenty of them, and so all of this have implications for my social life because sometimes people think you are not too forthcoming. You don't want to make it, but it is the workload, the academic, responsibilities because you don't want to disappoint the deadlines that are given to you and so on. And so that is a real challenge, balancing them. But I think for my family, they have become used to it. and they appreciate it and they are support. Even when my time is up and I'm not there, they will say, "Oh, today are you not, Yande, are you not, engaging in your research, your usual research?" So the family is okay. It has to do with the friends and so, but I think I moved on. And
Okay.
so far, that is it. These are the challenges that.
Okay. Okay, that is great. Yeah, I think your challenge can be a shared challenge across other academians. However, what advice can you give based on this number of challenges that you have alluded to? If there are more, you can also add on. However, what advice would you give to students or early career academians based on the challenges you are currently facing? Are you there? Are you there?
Well, what I can tell them is that as funding becomes a problem, I mean, in terms of school fees, going to school and so on, and then maybe publications, what I would advise them and encourage them to do is there's offer institutional journals that do not, most of them are other journals that do not take publication fees. I mean, they should look out for them. There are quality ones, out there, which will actually, you know, conduct peer review of their coach them as to how to correct and then progress academically. And so my advice to the young ones is that they should cast an academic dream, focus, and push on forcefully. By the grace of God, they will succeed.
Oh, okay, that is great. So, in closing, what more can you say? Maybe the things we think maybe have something more to say. You are free to express yourself.
Well, I do not have much to add, but just to encourage the young ones, the upcoming um, students. Right now, conducting research or learning, being an academic, is a bit easier because we have introduction of AIs and so on. But my advice to them is that they should use the AIs wisely. If you want to be an academic, you cannot, it must come with hard work. So research must be rigorous. So it is not at the leisure of using AIs to get there. And so that is the little I have to add. AIs are good. They are good, but as upcoming academics, we should rather use them as a guide to learn more. Thank you, Prof.
Okay. Thank you so much for being part of Academic Corner with Josh, and thank you for sharing your personal experience, academic teaching and learning, research, and so on and so forth with us. And I believe your students and upcoming academians will be inspired with your with this video, and then they will be able to take it to the next level and be a better to be a better academians. So thank you so much for being part of it, and thank you viewers for connecting, for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye, Prof. Thank you too.
Okay.